it's Shane here from ittn and welcome to one of our ittn coffee breaks. This time we're doing something a little bit different. I'm down in the home of Katrina McMullan, Travel Counsellor. She's going to tell us a little bit about her day-to-day life now that she's become a TC. First off, Katrina, I just want to say thanks so much for you to invite me into your home today.
You're very welcome, Shane.
So I believe now you're a travel counsellor, so what do you kind of enjoy about being self-employed?
The flexibility, I suppose, is the main thing, Shane. You know, just having the flexibility to work the hours that you want to work. If it means taking a few hours off in the morning, if you have an appointment, if you want to go to the gym, things like that. Now, obviously, I might have to put the hours in the evening time, but I would have the flexibility to do that. The flexibility also to go on holidays, you know, whenever you want to go, you're not working around kind of a schedule, I suppose, really. The other thing with being self-employed, it depends really, I suppose, on your personal circumstances and the type of time that you can put in to invest in the business, but the earnings really are uncapped, you know. Again, it depends, you know, what you put in, I suppose you get out of it, you know.
And maybe it was kind of a tough time to join the travel counsellors, being the kind of the pandemic, you know. And what has that kind of taught you about, say, running your own business and maybe what you've learned about your customers?
Yeah, it definitely, it was a tough time, all right, tough time for everyone. And I suppose when I joined, it was a couple of months just before all that happened. In one sense, luckily, I had a great start, so I had an awful lot of bookings. On the other side of it, you know, I did have an awful lot to then untangle whenever everything went wrong. But it gave my customers the opportunity to see the value, I suppose, in booking with me, and then in turn, it gave me, an extra level of value to myself as well. You know, it definitely toughened me up. I suppose going into travel counsellors, probably one of my hesitations going into it was that I probably maybe unfairly thought about myself that I wasn't maybe great at dealing with difficult situations. And, you know, if I had a difficulty with a particular booking and then I was thrown into, there was a difficult situation with every single booking that I made, and it definitely toughened me up, you know. So I definitely learned a lot out of it, you know, and you have to take the positives, you know, out of a really difficult situation like that, you know.
And like with that, did you find, because how you kind of got on with your customers, that kind of one-to-one personal touch that you could give, did you find that you got a lot of referrals off the back of that?
Absolutely. I easily would say 80-90% of my new business now is referrals, and an awful lot of that came from customers that would have booked with me pre-pandemic. But absolutely, that's absolutely right. You know, and you definitely build up a very personal relationship with your customers. They're dealing with you from word go. So, you know, from the inquiry stage until when they land back in Dublin Airport, you are their point of contact, you know.
So I suppose since you're no longer in an agency, like, do you find working on your own a little bit lonely at times?
Definitely not, no. And again, this would have been probably up there with my one major concern before I joined Travel Counsellors. I definitely had no concept to the level of community there is within the business, you know. You know, obviously the support is there from head office, that goes without saying, but within the travel counsellor community, it's just exceptional. I can't even describe it. You know, for the last couple of years, how everyone has been there for each other. There's easily, you know, a dozen, 2 dozen travel counsellors that I could pick up the phone to text, Skype, email, any time of day or night if I had an issue, you know. And it wasn't just business support, like, you know, everyone needed emotional support over the last 2 years, you know, so it's just incredible, the amount of support, and I've made unbelievable friendships already, you know, with the community that's there. And probably the last couple of years, everyone had a little bit extra time as well to get to know you and to be there for each other, you know.
And so, Katrina, what are you most looking forward to, say, this autumn for you and your business?
I suppose when things were so busy over the summer, I was looking forward to, you know, taking the foot off the pedal a bit and things calming down. It's not showing any signs of that happening just yet, but I do have some travel plans coming up that I'm really looking forward to. And then I suppose I would probably consider this my first, you know, full proper trading year. So, you know, it'd be important to reflect back and see what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and then setting my goals for 2023, you know.
Brilliant. And you off anywhere nice?
In a few weeks, I'm going to Turkey, to Cappadocia and Istanbul, and in October, I'm going to Nashville for a few nights.
Oh, wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, I can't wait, yeah.
And now that you've got nearly a couple of years under your belt with travel counsellors, is there any advice that you'd have for anyone looking to start out in their own travel business?
I would say the most important thing is to talk to somebody that's in a similar position that you want to be in, you know. I know before I started, I had a notebook full of questions that I wanted to ask, and I had a good conversation with a few people over it. And you know, I'm not going to say do it, jump. You know, like it maybe isn't the career for everybody, but definitely talking, asking the right questions, and making sure that it fits in with your lifestyle, and you know, that's really the most important thing.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much, Katrina, for inviting us into your house today,
You're welcome, Shane.
and for a lovely morning.
Great to see you.
Cheers.